We are set for a top 10 showdown right next door here on field number 8. Number 3, Tennessee, the Lady Vols coming in, unblemished record on the season to take on number 6, Florida State, national champions back in 2018. Hi, everybody, and welcome. Got a terrific day of softball coming your way. Beth Mowins alongside of our Olympic gold medalist, Jessica Mendoza and Michelle Smith. Let's talk about these two blue blood programs who both are expecting to be at the World Series at the end of the season. And the Florida State Seminoles starting out with some pretty good bats.
Yeah, one of the biggest things I've loved about being here in Clearwater has been the offense. And Florida State, one of the leaders in that. I mean, you think about the amount of home runs they've hit, the extra base hits. In fact, half of their hit total, 32, 17 have been extra base hits. They are swinging the bats, and they're swinging the bats big.
Yeah, a lot of teams have been mashing here, but the one team that's been pitching really, really well has been Tennessee, and they have a great staff, obviously led by Carlin Pickens, but they've got a couple of really good arms as well, and Sage Majecko and Aaron Newer, but this is a team that knows how to throw it, going up against a strong Florida State hitting team.
Seminoles will go with McKenna Reed in the circle to start things off. The lefty senior from Portland, Oregon. Her 5th appearance of the season. Been used in spot relief a lot. 4 innings of work and getting a big start here against Tennessee. It's become the new norm around college softball that we have seen just about everybody here using 2-3 pitchers a game. The complete game has become an anomaly.
A lot of coaches trying to figure out that pitching staff. Who are their better starters, who are their better middle reliefs, and then their closers. Sounds a little like baseball.
For the Lady Vols, Sophia Knight, the transfer from Boise State, 2-time member of the All-Mountain West team, will start things off. Both of these clubs, a lot of turnover from a year ago when Tennessee made it to the World Series. Florida State reached the Supers, got bounced at home. Both sides returning just 3 players to the same position where they started to end the season last year. And Knight, one of those newcomers for Tennessee. The familiar name certainly would be the Leach sisters. Gabby is in that 2 spot, Alana in the 6 spot today for Tennessee. And Ella Dodge, the second baseman, sits in that cleanup spot in the batting order. She was terrific last year and has started out hitting .333 on the season this year.
And she's a local kid, played for the Clearwater Bombers. Gets a lot of support here.
You talked about their pitching staff, but offensively, .359, their team batting average here with over 8 runs per game.
34 runs already scored here in Clearwater. Wow.
4-0, including a big win over UCLA last night and a huge gust of wind that just blew through. We have not seen much of that. Really no breeze the first 3 days here in Clearwater, and now on the finale with a storm coming in from the Gulf, it's starting to pick up. Slapped over the head of Torres, the shortstop. And Knight is aboard to lead things off.
The next batter, the right fielder, Gabby.
So this is a new element to deal with here today with the wind whipping around a little bit.
Yeah, well, I think for hitters, I mean, it's blowing straight out of right field. So you got all these lefties in this Tennessee lineup. You're very aware of it as a hitter as far as where the wind is blowing and where it's blowing out. So if you can get the ball up, pull side for these lefties, it's going to get out here in a hurry.
Well, and it's interesting because McKenna Reed getting the start today. She's primarily a rise ball pitcher, about 54% of the time going upstairs. And with the wind blowing out, it can be a little bit dangerous.
Yes. Fly ball in the air, it'll carry.
Probably going to work that fastball low in the zone. A little bit of change.
Well, we've already had 5 grand slams in the first 3 days of the tournament. And McKenna Reed, her scouting report, Michelle?
Yeah, she's a hard-thrown lefty, has to control the zone. That's been one of the big things the last couple years. If she gets in trouble and then gives up that big hit, that is when she has seen herself pulled from games. But it's really about using that rise ball with good upspin in the right situation.
That'll scoot through the left side as well. And some good small ball to start for Tennessee.
What's interesting, too, because Florida State's defense has been played perfectly, but even more perfect has been the understanding of the short game. You get a good look there, Gabby Leach understanding 5-6 hole and just how to find it. I mean, literally past the diving Beecham could not be a more perfectly located ball.
Well, and Beecham having to be up, right? If she's back a little bit deeper, maybe she gets to that ball, but has to respect the speed of Leach.
Tennessee has been good with runners on base, hitting .359 during the Clearwater tournament. As Elsa Morrison steps in, the Lady Vols are 9-0 on the season. 3 top 10 wins already on the resume, and here in Clearwater, they have been impressive at 4-0. Big Orange outscoring foes 34-1 here in town.
Try to go to a little small ball after looking at the first pitch. Getting down by a strike, tries to get her to bunt.
Surprised anytime I see that with the 3-hole hitter. And Elsa Morrison, still a younger player,
Yeah,
freshman.
4 hits here, 3 of them for RBIs. And the fly ball, and the wind was messing with that. Terrific play by Danley to make the catch. But since she had to lay out, the base runners took the opportunity to advance.
Well, and this is a ball that you got to see Marin Heller also go back on. Watch it just hang. Heller just kind of gives up on it. And you see Ashton Danley, the right fielder. I mean, she's coming all the way from the warning track. And look at the wind. Just take this ball glove side. Her able to dive. This is a great play. This looked like it was going to drop in all the way. Great athletic move.
Good look from our umpire, Cap Cam. Now with 2 in scoring position, here's Dodge.
And Danley played the majority of her outfield and left field. They have since moved her over to right field. She is also a pitcher, 2-way player.
We've seen a lot more lefties, left-handed players. You see that glove side, gap side.
Yep.
We've seen a few now out in right field.
So here's Dodge, the sophomore from Bradenton, Florida, just down the road a ways. Launches that one deep, using that wind to send it out, and it's a 3-run blast. And the Lady Vols jump on top early.
3-run home run, Ella Dodge.
Ella Dodge, the local kid, played for the Clearwater Bombers. She has had some massive hits in her career. Just a sophomore. Look at where this pitch is at, though, the location here. That is the rise ball. It is just too sweet, and she gets all underneath this. The split grip, so she's top hand heavy, and you could hear it off the bat. And with that wind blowing out, it is a no-doubter.
5th different Lady Vol to homer here in Clearwater. And they continue to mash. It's 3-0.
How about the lefties? I mean, the 2 table setters at the top, and then you get Ella Dodge, who has just been a force since the postseason last year, bringing the energy last year as a freshman into her sophomore season.
They've been mashing 13 of the runs via the long ball. And here's Emma Clark, and that is Marley Gaskell, the freshman from Midlothian, Virginia, already bullpen activity for the Seminoles. Coaches go through a lot of thoughts as to who should be the starting pitcher, and when you're playing, 5-6 games here over the course of 3 days, you're trying to get a lot of different arms in use. Neither coach deciding to go with what you would consider to be their ace today, at least to start out, so things getting interesting early in our top 10 showdown.
Well, and ironically, you would think lefty-lefty matchup that Reed would be, well primed against Knight, Leach, Dodge, because they are all lefties, but those are the 3 hits she's given up in this early game.
Foul tip. And the count goes full. Clark out of Cleveland, North Carolina, hitting .455 here. Shade over 300 for the season. Skies that one towards Danley. She's been busy out there right. 2 down. And here comes Alana Leach, who has hit 2 home runs in her last 3 at-bats.
Yeah, she is hitting 500 here in Clearwater.
Left fielder, Alana Leach.
Leach here in Clearwater has an on-base percentage of .636. As they try and find the right fits early in the season. She and Gabby and Ella Dodge, the only ones that started a lot last year in the same positions for the Lady Vols. The others have all moved up because they lost 6 starters, their 6 top hitters from a year ago. So we knew that the pitching staff would be good. The question, how would they hit? Well, so far.
So good.
And like most teams here, still figuring out their lineup. Alana Leach didn't start the last game we had of theirs a couple days ago against Nebraska, ended up coming in late. It's just forced her way. Can't get her out.
Yeah, be so good they can't leave you out of the lineup.
Karen Weekly still having a good time in her 25th season with the Lady Vols. She's a Hall of Famer. 6 SEC titles. Top 10 in career wins. Made it back to the national semifinals last year, bowing out to eventual national champion Texas.
Look at that. No home runs in her first 106 at bats. She's had a home run 2 of the last 3.
That pitch count, too, for Reed now already up to 25. Nothing early here. Ella Dodge, the 3-run home run. Slow roller to Beecham at third, and that should do it. Good start for Tennessee. What's Florida State got cooking? We'll find out.
Ella Dodge, 3-run home run, gets a pitch up in the zone, cranks it out to put the Vols up 3-0. Little belly rub at the end as they celebrate.
And at the Eddie C. Moore Softball Complex, the final day of our tournament. Here is the starting lineup for the Seminoles with some work to do, down 3-love. Anna Hind is batting .444 with 3 extra base hits for the Seminoles so far in their 3 games here, as they look to go back-to-back with top 10 wins here in Clearwater. And a ricochet off the glove of Margetko, and the leadoff is on base for Florida State against Sage Margetko in the circle.
Margetko 1-0. It's a great job of separating her pitches vertically. Sub-1 ERA, impressive.
All these Tennessee pitchers talk so much about Carlin Pickens, but as a staff, had so much success early in this season.
Here's Marin Heller, one of 4 freshmen and one of 5 newcomers in their lineup out of West Des Moines, Iowa. Hometown of Tegan Cavan and Caitlin Clark, amongst others. Noles lost to Texas Tech to start things off here, and then came back to beat FAU, and then a big win last night over 7th-ranked UCLA. Put up 11 runs. Jason E. Beecham hit 2 taters.
Wow.
So you got to think no lead is safe around, around the Noles.
Oh, their top 3 hitters outstanding. At one point, 9 for 9 against UCLA.
As a team hitting .344 with some power here in Clearwater. That's Beecham in the on-deck circle. Off the glove of Morrison.
They've got 5 freshmen in this starting lineup for today's game, so that's a big part of this too. We talked so much about Isa Torres and Jasona Beecham on deck, but Maren Heller, part of this freshman class that Lonnie Alameda is really relying a lot on to provide some of that offense.
Travel ball All-American. Moved from her high school position of short over to second base in Tallahassee. They lost 9 seniors, so they had to add 9 new guys, and they are all youngsters. No portal transactions. And Lonnie Alameda stressed with us this week, this is a developmental program. This is a relationship program, and we want to go with our guys and grow with our guys over the next 4 years. Heller reaches out to protect and pops it up. 1 down. So here comes Jasona Beecham, one of their returners, one of their leaders, looking for a big bounce back season, and it started out that way.
Just how about her Saturday? I mean, just had a night against UCLA, and this was a fun game to watch, folks, because there's a lot of offense on both sides, but Beecham got him on the board early, and yes, again, twice, pulling it out into the night here in Clearwater. Comes back again today, and this has been Jasona Beecham. The biggest story with her has been the power and how much she has grown as an athlete. Freshman, All-American, her freshman year, the stats that she put up.
Gaudy numbers, 417, 16 homers, 66 RBI. She was the National Freshman of the Year.
And struggled last year. I mean, came back, you see it a lot with sophomores. You become the target.
And Lonnie was real candid with us, says, you know what, some players, and you guys can relate, you're locked into your own head, right? And sometimes it's hard to ask for help when things don't go your way for a while. And
well, you put the pressure on
so
yourself.
excited that she has grown and matured that she's asking for any kind of advice she can get.
When she's given advice too. I mean, she's got this new podcast. It's been really impressive, the stuff that she's talked about and sharing with others.
She ends up chasing a drop ball down in the dirt. This pitch, let the pitch prior go by. It was very close, and this is one of the things that Margette doesn't do. She's got very good spin, and she's going to vertically separate you. Rise ball up, drop ball down. It's her hardest pitch, about 65 miles an hour. But she's got 3 changes or 3 speeds, because her rise ball, curve ball's a little bit slower than that drop ball, and then her changeup. She's actually been throwing her changeup and off speed a little bit more here in Clearwater. Rightfully so, because we've seen so many big bats.
Now, Beecham thought she got a piece of that, but she strikes out for the second out, and here's Ashton Danley.
And that's a good read by Torres, seeing that that ball's going to be in the dirt, and so you want to read that. Torres has a lot of speed, was able to get down to second base on the strikeout.
RBI opportunity here for Ashton, a 400 hitter this year, even a little higher than that in Clearwater. For the defending ACC regular season champs, hosted the Supers last year and were upset by Texas Tech as the Red Raiders went all the way to the championship series. So they're hungry to get back to OKC. And Margetko gets another strikeout. That'll end the inning.
Margetko, you can really see the depth in the movement on this drop ball. Over the top, great rotation, super tight. Look at the way it drops off the table, picks up the second strikeout against Danley. Two earned runs so far this year. That's a 0.25 ERA, and for Florida State, they need to keep crushing. They've scored 66 runs in their 9 games. This is a very explosive offense going up against a really good group of arms for Tennessee. So we'll see which one gives. Obviously, Tennessee on the flip side, upside of that so far.
Here's Talon Holly. 7, 8, 9 in the lineup. 1 hit here in Clearwater, but it was a doozy. Grand slam.
That was yesterday. Talk about the depth in this lineup, and she's down here in the 7-hole. Massive grand slam.
McKenna Reed back out there on the circle for Florida State. Holly's out of Murrieta, California, prep top 10, and a California High School Player of the Year her junior season. In the lineup as the DP today. Second inning in a row, Tennessee gets the lead off the board.
Earlier, McKenna Reed asking where those pitches were missing. If they were high, that's going to be a little tough on her if she doesn't get the upper part of the zone, being that she relies on that rise ball over 50% of the time.
Maddie Root.
Swing and a miss from Maddie. Out of Columbus, Indiana, transfer from Eastern Kentucky, where she was the ASUN Player of the Year. Is a two-way for Tennessee. Has thrown on a couple of innings last week. We've really started to see, you know, an ace and then a really good number 2 around the country, and then you know, in a 3-game set you'll go back to your ace on Sunday.
Yeah.
The depth now that we're seeing in some of these staffs. Do you have a game 3 starter if need be?
Yeah.
Or are you going with middle relievers and closers?
You know, sometimes I think that if you have that third starter and then you bring your ace back later in that game, you have them available. If the game does go extra innings, you know, you want them engaged in the most important part of the game toward the end.
Something so unique with softball. The fact that you can bring your starter back into the game.
Swing and a miss for Rutan. First strikeout for Reed. 1 down.
Good job by Reed to really paint this pitch on the outer half. It looks like it should have probably been more toward the inner half. It runs to the outside.
And an interesting development. We've been going back and forth here, official scorers and the scorers table, and we're pretty sure that Taryn Holly walked on 3 balls, not 4.
I'm surprised Florida State didn't catch that.
Yeah. There have been some issues with the scoreboard out in right field.
Yeah, but there's, I mean, look at all the clipboards in
Yeah,
that dugout.
a lot of clipboards.
Everyone's tracking stuff. No one's relying on the scoreboard in that dugout.
So Holly is at first base with 1 down for the number 9 hitter, Bella Faw. Bella's 2 for 9 here in Clearwater. Fouls it off. So let's go back and see here the pitch sequence, and we'll count them out. 0-1. 1-1. It's 2-1. Yeah.
How did McKenna Reed, could you ever imagine being a
No.
pitcher and given 3 balls and they're taking first base?
Well, she questioned the one pitch. She thought it was a strike, and we even showed her asking, was that high? And that was ball 2.
Could not tell there if did neither batter nor pitcher hear the umpire call strike on the first one? Maybe thought that was a ball as well.
Maybe. I mean, I could hear him pretty clearly.
Yeah.
And that's saying a lot.
Yeah, that is, I was going to say. I don't want to throw you under the bus.
You know I'm not getting
Smitty.
any math discussion, so I'm out.
Lord.
Just hope stuff like that doesn't become a difference maker. Out to center, Sturgis is there, 2 down.
These are the fly balls McKenna Reed was looking for in that first inning. Being able to get that rise ball with that late break kind of through the zone. Ironically, and Smitty, you brought this up, it's been the lefties. I mean, the left on left was back here to the top of the order. Sophia Knight, who had that leadoff single. 5 lefties in this lineup, and
they've all reached except for Alana Leach.
Yeah.
Here's another one of the lefties. Knight singled and scored in the first on the Ella Dodge 3-run home run.
She really used the ground. The ground here is soft. It is not that normal cement hard ground that you'll see in some of the drier areas. She used that ground. It bounced over the head of the shortstop Isa Torres.
Runner goes, the throw down, the tag, and sliding in safely is Holly with the stolen bag.
It's a nice jump by Holly. She checks. Good job by Heller to come over, but this throw down behind is a little bit floaty. You can see it's high. If that is down a little bit lower,
she gets her.
Yeah, they get her.
Look at the right side of the defense. Marin Heller there at second base. I mean, that is as close as you're going to get. Obviously, left side as well, but to see the right side so far in, almost even with the pitcher.
3-0 is the pitch, and we'll keep track, and that was a strike. Come on back. 3-1. Don't make us break out Appendix G now.
Too soon?
If you know, you know. That was a thing.
Yeah,
World Series.
inside
Tennessee.
joke for all you World Series fans.
Tennessee was in that game.
Yes, it was. To short. Torres rifles it over to first. So no damage done on the 3-ball walk. It's still 3-0 Tennessee.
But 337 batting average with 22 runs to 3 days. 17 extra base hits, and by the way, that's out of their 31 hits. Over half their hits, you guys, have been that power. Of course, the 6 home runs. It's been a fun team to watch, 1 through 9.
And that's one of a myriad of reasons why they are the favorites once again in the preseason in the ACC, where Lonnie Alameda has ruled the roost. 8 times regular season champs, 9 times ACC tournament champs.
Yeah, they can swing it. And the 11 home runs for the team. How about 23 doubles? 13 for 13 on stolen bases. I mean, they just have a lot of different ways they can score.
Anaheim, the freshman right now, has had 3 of those doubles, Smitty.
Yep.
Home run to boot. We talked a lot about this freshman class, and she's a big part of it, big bat in this lineup.
Out of Charlotte, North Carolina. A little trickler down the line at third, and she legs it out. Touching that orange double base at first.
Well, this is almost like a full swing bunt. Maddie Rutan, the third baseman, is playing deep because of the power. And you can see she's got a long way to go. Great bare hand, really tight play at first.
I think they got her.
Yeah, I thought they got her. Ooh, no, maybe not. Well, she's definitely selling it as she goes across the orange bag. I love that. You can sell it a little bit more with that orange bag. Oh, yeah.
It's close.
That is very close.
Griggs, that'll drift out of play. Another one of the freshmen that Lonnie Alameda brought in, the NFC Hall of Famer.
Got 3 in a row, this part of the lineup. And the reason you see so many freshmen, we talked about it, we'll continue to talk about it all season long. Florida State, one of the few programs in the country not working the portal. It's been a very conscious decision from Lonnie Alameda. For Florida State.
There you see her, the 7-time ACC Coach of the Year. 5 trips to the World Series in the last decade with a title and 2 other trips to the finals. And they are trying to get to Sage Margetko, and Sage is making it tough.
Yeah, Margetko's drop ball has just been stellar. You can see the movement on it. This one's got a little bit of backdoor action to it as well, so it's going to start toward the knees of the right-handed hitter. Kind of come back into the zone.
Out to shallow left, and that'll drop in for a base hit from McKenna Sturgis, the freshman center fielder. 2 aboard with 1 down.
I mean, you got to feel for the pitcher. Margecko twice beat hitters, 2 hits though. And you think about both of them off the end of the bat. You saw a swinging bunt to start this inning from Anna Hine, and now Sturgis off the end, but finds that grass. A little pitch shot out of the grass.
Second inning in a row here that Florida State has moved a runner into scoring position. Here's Angeli Bueno, the starting first baseman. Junior out of Oviedo, Florida, and another newcomer to the lineup. She's been a reserve for them the last couple of seasons. Her first hit of the year was a walk-off single to beat Liberty last week.
Carlin Pickens warmed up down on the side. Most likely we will see her in this game.
News bulletin.
Karen Weekly kind of flipped a coin between starting her or Sage Margecko that use them off of each other. Smitty, they like though going Sage first, then to Carlin.
Bueno to second. Dodge flips it to Faw for 1 over to first. Not in time. We'll get the runner at second for 2 down. And now runners on the corners for the Noles.
Good job by the middles to try to turn this double play. Nice flip over from Dodge to Faw, throw down to Clark. Take a look at the cap cam.
Great look.
Throw just a little offline. It's tough for Clark to get a good stretch on that.
So Bella Ruggiero now with a runner at third. And that hitter to load the bases. And it's back to the top of the order, and Isa Torres.
This will be interesting to see the leash right now, knowing that Pickens is warming up down the line. Something that Karen Weekly did in their last game is really had a plan ahead of the game. Hey, we want Margecko to throw through the lineup and a half. So now we're at the top, getting halfway through this lineup. Pickens, of course, coming out this inning, could be ready within the next couple batters.
Torres singled her first time up. Hitting over 460 on the season, and that one hits her and a run will score.
So Margecko, I'm not sure what she was trying to throw here, if this was a changeup, but she looked very slow. Her windup, I don't know if the ball was slow. Oh, she's got a tuck knuckle. Yeah, it's a changeup. She's got a little bit of a tuck knuckle, and it's just way off point. See the Morrison set up to the outer half. So you can see the way her arm just comes through, trying to steer that.
Get hit with anything too. Isa Torres is like, I will take that all day long.
100%. And to your point, Jess, you were mentioning about Pickens. Yeah, I think a lot of times coaches want to get their starter through a couple times. Pick up as many outs as possible, but then bring the heat in after the starter.
Here comes the 2-time SEC Pitcher of the Year, Carlin Pickens, in the circle when we come back. Carlin Pickens, the Tennessee All-American, guiding the Lady Vols to the national semifinals a year ago. The first-team All-American and one of the best in the business, might even be the overall #1 pick in the AUSL Pro Draft in the offseason. And there is a look at her career, and of significance, the fastest recorded pitch ever at nearly 80 miles per hour. And she'll come on here with the bases loaded with Seminoles and 2 outs. And it's the #2 hitter in the order. Marin Heller popped up her first time up. As Pickens comes on to replace Sage Margecko, 2 singles and 2 hit batters in the inning for Florida State to get a run home. Clips the corner and jumps in front 0-2.
Not afraid to throw that drop ball or even a fastball. Those are her fastest 2 pitches.
Tried to get her to chase there. Good time to remind you, Pickens is not allowed an earned run all season. As a team, Tennessee has only given up 3 runs all season before today.
You guys, we've never seen 80 miles an hour in the game, period. So now the 2 fastest thrown have been off of her arm, and you see the opponent too, Brie Ellis, Jordy Fromm, formerly Ball, the 2
big dogs,
two
yeah.
big hitters.
They can bark.
LSUSA Softball Player of the Year from just great.
Here's the 1-2, and got her. Pickens comes on, and in 4 pitches ends the inning, but State does get a run up in a 3-run game.
Carlin Pickens coming in with the bases loaded. 3 pitches on the outer half, comes back underneath the hands, gets the strikeout to get Tennessee out of the jam.
2018 behind the stellar arm of Megan King and the glove and bat of Jesse Warren, national champions. And they have been back twice to the finals since to play for the title. And you see there, picked to win the ACC again this year with 9 newcomers. And the hit batters have become an issue here for both sides. Leadoff is on for the 3rd straight inning for Tennessee.
The next batter is the catcher, Elsa Morrison.
See a lot of batters just not try to get out of the way either, too. Got all that protection. Really let the ball hit them.
I'll just say it my one time this year, and then I'm done. We need to change the rule. It's been too long.
Gotta move.
You have to make an effort to move. So the Noles rallying around Reed. As you see, the wind is still whipping out to right field. That's where Ella Dodge hit her 3-run home run in the 1st inning.
Oh man, if you're a lefty right now, and righty too, if you go opposite power, I mean, you're drooling. You get that thing up, you guys, it is blowing.
Wow.
It's gonna get out of here.
You're righty, you're looking outer half of the plate.
Morrison tried to get under it.
Normally I'd say if you're a pitcher, keep it down, but that is not McKenna Reed's game.
No. Reed will throw a fastball as well, about 40% of the time. The problem is that fastball has a lot of upspin, so it has a tendency to climb up. And that's the pitch she needs to use a little more often. That's her changeup. She typically will only throw it about 6 to 8% of the time. I think against a team like Tennessee, who's been swinging it really well, you've got to double that percentage.
Has walked a couple, but has not given up a hit since the home run ball in the 1st.
And tries to go back there twice, Smitty, and you're right, that's a great spot for her. When she's up in the zone, one of the things you're seeing with these Tennessee hitters is how upright they're staying. A lot of times you see that collapsing of the backside to get the ball in the air. That's when you get the swing and miss and those weaker fly balls, but Tennessee, strong posture.
Fly ball out to Sturgis in center, and that wind whipping a little bit. She finds her footing underneath it, and here comes Ella Dodge.
Oh, Dodge, take it back to her big home run, 3-run shot back in the 1st inning. And look at that posture. See how she stays upright with that backside, takes that top hand. If you take a freeze right here, look at how up, down. So right over, head and eyes stay right over the ball, so that top hand able to meet a pitch that is not only top of the zone, but going above the zone. You meet it, you greet it on out of here, and that is exactly what Ella Dodge did back in the 1st.
The new pitcher for the Seminoles, number 4, Marley
So
Gaskell.
pitching change here. Marley Gaskell will come in to replace Reed with 1 out in the top of the 3rd. Did not want Dodge to see McKenna again. 5th appearance for her, 1-0 on the season. And how about the scout?
Gaskell, she's going to throw a rise ball, and she's going to use a changeup. I think most important is that she needs to use that changeup, keeping off balance. She will throw a drop ball about 20% of the time. Primarily, though, it's that upspin. And again, we've been talking about it with the wind blowing out. You've got to be careful.
Coming up at 3 Eastern on ABC, we've got some women's hoops for you. Madison Booker in 4th-ranked Texas taking on number 22 Tennessee. Also available, like everything else, on the ESPN app. Those are a couple of teams that had some rough losses this past week, and their coaches they got after their rosters a little bit. We'll see how they respond. Tennessee has bounced back from their Carolina loss with 1 win, but that's a huge matchup for those 2 teams to get things right.
One of the things, too, about Ella Dodge in that home run was first pitch. I mean, she had a plan, and it was to attack anything up.
And that's the pitch. That's why Marley's in. Yeah, off speed.
Hitting 400 here in Clearwater.
5 RBIs.
Ella Dodge has a lot of energy and a lot of pull. She dives in, and when you're pitching to her, you've got to know that if you're throwing it on the inner half, she is diving into the pitch. And that's why she's susceptible to the changeup. It's 3 in a row now.
Sometimes you got to jump, not dive.
Yes.
Oh, you always dive. Talking about jump.
Oh, just got the end of the bat.
But you're not going to take anything off your swing. And some hitters should, but that is not Ella Dodge's role. She's a cleanup hitter. Her job is power, and you're not going to take it down a notch just because you get 4 now off-speed pitches in a row.
And she was smiling after that one. She was like,
really? Dare you, throw another one.
Here's the 2-2.
It's a good take. It's tough to do when you've had that many. That's a backdoor curveball in the inner half with a little bit of down.
Full count to Dodge. Oh, they did throw her another one. Runner was on the move there, too.
I'm impressed. I mean, she's fouling these off like with the top of her bat, so she is barely getting a piece. But you saw how big those misses were early, trying to make that adjustment. If you're Gaskell, do you double up right now? Go 6 in this at bat?
That's Clark on deck, waiting her turn. Slow roar to second. Heller's only play is over to first, 2 down.
And that right there is a lesson on effective velocity. Lonnie Alameda, one of the best at pitch calling.
Well, and understanding every pitcher's strength. I mean, it's all about matchups and taking what you've got for this pitcher to be able to match up against these hitters, their swing pass, their tendencies.
Runner in scoring position here for Clark. She is the last of the Elsa, Ella, Emma triumvirate in the heart of their order.
Fun for you.
Flew out to right field and made Ashton Danley dance around in the wind a little bit, her first time up. Of course, Danley is another arm at the disposal of Lonnie. All the great pitchers over the years. Jessica Vanderlinden, their 2-time All-American. Megan King, who led them to the Natty.
Another lefty.
Yeah, Lacey Waldrop, Leslie Malarich, Jessica Burrows. And of course, most recently, the 3-time All-American Kat Sandercock.
I just love how, honestly, Lonnie Alameda, what she's done with these staffs, you're now seeing it pretty much everywhere across the game of college softball. Being able to use a staff, and Lonnie Alameda is one of the first.
Ball 4, so a couple aboard here for Tennessee. A couple freebies.
Next batter is the left fielder.
Alana Leach grounded out in the first, already with 2 home runs here in Clearwater. One of the 3 Leach sisters that has starred at Tennessee. Gabby, her teammate here.
Aubrey Leach plays in the AOSL. On this staff, you talk about being proud of this family. You got Kelsey Leach, who was a catcher. Tennessee transferred to Tech.
Swing and a miss there.
Alana and Gabby currently on the roster. Mom and Dad, I mean, we met them at the World Series. Holly Rowe had interviewed them. And
Grandma Wilma,
yeah.
That's right.
Rockford Peach.
Yes. Keep it in the family.
That's right.
Gaskell trying to work out of the jam here with 2 down and 2 on. Doesn't get Leach to reach. Does wait on that, and that'll scoot through the right side. Weekly will wave in the runner home, and Alana has driven in Gabby. And it's a Leach run for Tennessee.
Alana, how about waiting on the changeup? You could see very silent with her lower body. It's on the outer half. She gets around and drives it through the 3-4 hole. Bueno Heller cannot get to it. And her sister going to be sent from second base. So Gabby Leach coming in to score on an RBI single by her sister.
Pretty cool. We've seen a lot of sister love here in Clearwater. The Jones sisters for Oklahoma State,
Yep.
Jaden and Aubrey, and we got Gabby and Alana here. And of course the Lamar sisters both playing. Their mom, Marissa Young, coach at Duke.
So Tennessee responds after Florida State had scored in the bottom of the second. And here's Talon Holly. Walked, stole a base, her first time up. One of the 3 free passes has now scored for Tennessee. Still early, but Karen's got to be thrilled with Big Orange at this point. First 2 weeks of the season, the slide in safely, and it's another swipe. This one for Alana Leach.
Alana Leach with a good jump to change up. They're going to try to test the arm. And Hines, I'm surprised she actually throws down with the runner on third, but taking a look at Clark, who was staying close to the bag, she says, hey, 2 outs, I'm going to try to go get her.
She was a delayed throw, though.
Yeah.
14th stolen base here in Clearwater.
19 of 21 on the year, so Karen Weekly using that speed that she has.
And that is another free pass, and the bases are loaded. Third one of the inning.
Yeah, it's hard to keep your opponent off the board when you're consistently putting them on the bases.
And we may have a pinch hitter here coming up for Tennessee. Is this Mackenzie Butt? It is. Hitting in the 8th spot for Rutan. And this is a power move, literally. Last year at Boise State, a freshman All-American with 22 home runs and 77 runs batted in. Came to Knoxville with Sophia Knight from the Broncos.
Pinch hitting for the Lady Vols, number 98.
Been in and out of the starting lineup. I know Karen Weekly definitely wants her to be a huge part of the offensive production the Vols are going to be able to do this year.
Just the 7th freshman ever with 20 and 75. And now stepping up to SEC play. Bases loaded, 2 down. In for a strike from Marley Gaskell. Big moment here for the freshman in the circle. But waits on it down the line, and fair, just inside the chalk. 1 run is in, 2 runs are in. And the pinch hit, 2-run double for Mackenzie Butt.
You talk about waiting on a pitch. Smitty, this is an off speed, this is a changeup. And she gets jammed. She goes inside out. This is how long she's waiting. It's up in the zone, and she just inside outs this pitch. And you're talking about find the spot on the field that you can just poke this in. We've seen this from Tennessee a few times now. Just find it out on the grass, barely. You're talking inches. Fair off the bench for the transfer sophomore. Get Tennessee 2 more runs.
Yeah, that's a great job of identifying the pitch. And, you know, Jess, as pitchers, we always want to say low and slow. That changeup needs to be low in the zone and make sure it's slow. She did a good job of getting it down to 49 miles an hour. It was just too elevated.
She ended up holding it first, so it's runners on the corners for Tennessee. And this 2-out rally, a 3-run first and now a 3-run third. And still in the hunt with Bella Faw, the number 9 hitter. She flew out to center field in the 2nd inning. Faw, first pitch swinging, and that will fall in for a base hit. It's 7-1 Tennessee, and they've got Faw on a rundown, and the tag is made as she tried to leg that out for second to end the inning.
1 through 9, we've seen everyone in this lineup produce. Bella Faw down here in the 9-hole. The junior getting it done. Another similar swing inside out on a pitch in, finding it away. Gets 1 more run in for the Vols.
Carlin Pickens enters the game in the 2nd inning with the bases loaded. The hardest thrower in the game at Division I softball. Look at the way that she's going to get out of this inning. Low and inside pitch for the strikeout. And why is she so effective? Because she just has great mechanics. 15 strikeouts on the 47 batters she has faced with the bases loaded. Why? Look at that. We start at 43 feet. She's got a 7-foot stride because she is 6'1". She gets out there to the 8-foot circle. And that release point, Jess, no reaction time.
Well, that's exactly it. Imagine, okay, 43 feet. Well, let's go ahead and take it 36 feet. And that's the reaction time. Take you in the batter's box. 0.37 seconds. No chance. Bringing not just the movement, which she does on so many of her pitches, but that velo, ladies, is even harder because of where she's releasing the ball.
Did you see it's equivalent to 111 miles an hour in Major League Baseball? And you just think about the shortened distance, releasing the ball right around 35 feet.
Watch her stride. I mean, look at how far back her leg is. You don't see pitchers ever do this. Now watch her jump. She is out of the circle. And especially with the rise ball, Smitty, because she's trying to get underneath that pitch, she'll get even more out of the circle. Look at, she's, wow. That's where she's releasing it from.
It's amazing.
2-0 here to Jason Beecham, who's one of the hottest hitters in the tournament. This is their first look at Carlin, who she just came on for the 1 batter through 4 pitches to get out of that jam in the 2nd.
Just an easy 70. You love how it's like 3-0, I'm just going to throw a strike, and it's 70 miles an hour. And that used to be the mark that every pitcher just dreamed they could hit. And that's her like, yeah, I'm like 80% right now.
Beecham fouls it off.
Well, and let's not forget, she has that velo, but her second best pitch, other than the velo, is an off speed at about 61 miles an hour that she blends so well.
It's going to be interesting moving forward because I remember last year talking at the World Series, her velo is so good that sometimes her changeup is actually a really good fastball that anybody else throws, so the timing can work against her. As Beecham draws the walk.
Those are the two hardest pitches that have been thrown.
Guys, if she hits 80, I mean, that's going to be like mind-blowing for the sport. Obviously so close last year in May, 79.4. It's going to probably most likely come in one of the biggest moments of the season for Pickens.
Here's Ashton Danley. She struck out in the first. First time through the order, 4 strikeouts, 3 hits, a couple of hit batters for the Seminoles. They got a run up in the second inning. Can they get a rally against one of the best in the business? Now, we've talked about the Florida State pitching tradition. There's a pretty good one in Knoxville too, with Monica Abbott and the Renfros, and 9 times to the Women's College World Series. Some really good arms.
Yeah, but then how you reverse it? Okay, you're facing a great staff and a great pitcher like Carlin Pickens for Florida State. How do you approach her? It's got to be a shortened swing. You have to be able to just get to contact. She is providing that power.
Absolutely.
I mean, your exit velocity is going to be just, I mean, you make your butt's going to be 70 miles an hour. And that needs to be approached. There's no big swings against a big power pitcher.
Yeah, you just have to catch the ball with the barrel. That's all you're looking to do.
Danley.
And there it is.
Swings through it.
That's the off-speed pitch that comes in around 62 miles an hour after seeing 70 plus, and it's got downward movement. Take a look at how filthy this pitch is. It's just going to have some good movement late, little bit of drop, and well out in front of it. Picks up the big strikeout after the walk.
One down. Here's Hind, who singled and scored their run in the second. One to Hind. This freshman class for Florida State responsible for 61% of their hits, 59% of their RBIs, and half of their runs scored on the season. A handful of them have broken into the lineup. Chop to third. Rutan up to get it, tries for the lead runner, and Beecham beats her there.
I think this is a play where Rutan needs to take the long throw across the infield. Beecham runs very well. She obviously has the head start. Even though it's a high hop, you've got a right-handed hitter. So I think this is a situation where you need to go across the infield just because of the height of that hit.
Hey, let's take a minute to remind you this afternoon's ESPN Women's Basketball doubleheader is a really, really good one. Kansas State, Iowa State with Audie Crooks, and NC State at Notre Dame featuring Hannah Hidalgo today on ESPN. The doubleheader starts at 2. We are into the final weeks of the regular season now in college basketball. Week number 2 of college softball. Had to move our schedule around today due to some inclement weather that is scheduled to arrive around dinner time tonight. And that's why the newest member of our broadcast crew is this wind that's whipping 15, 20 miles an hour ahead of that storm.
Newest member of the offense for either team that gets the ball in the air to the right side.
Yes. Another one of the youngsters, Griggs, sends that one out to center. Sophia Knight has it. 2 down.
This is something, too, that Carlin Pickens worked on coming into last year. Her junior year is also pitching more to contact. And yeah, the strikeouts are sexy, and it's fun to be able to get that swing and miss, but she's also got pitches that she's not afraid to, hey, if you want to make contact, I dare you. It'll most likely be weak contact, and then I get through with throwing less pitches.
Well, you know she's going to go for the strikeout, runners in scoring position, right? Bases loaded. She's done a good job at that. But you're right, Jess. I mean, I've always say it, a one pitch out is a gift from the softball gods. Lowers your pitch count. It's just using that defense.
Now in her 21st inning of work, has not allowed an earned run yet this season. With Beecham out there in scoring position.
What else is pretty amazing, in her career, she's inherited 28 runners. Only 7 have scored 25%. And you know they're always in scoring position, right? You know they're either at second or third.
Well, it's something different for her, too, in a relief role a lot more early this season. We're used to seeing her start games.
Yeah, she's already faced 19 batters in relief this season, and she's given up just 1 hit.
Got to get your pitching staff ready to run that SEC gauntlet. And popped up to short, and the scoop catch made by Bellafaw to end the threat. 3 complete, 7-1 Tennessee. 1 lead Tennessee and Florida State, and Lonnie Alameda now on the mic with us.
Well, Coach, we talk so much about the juniors, Torres and Beecham at the top, but you got 5 freshmen in this lineup. How much have you leaned on them, especially early in the season?
Yeah, Dozer, I wouldn't even say it's leaning on. I'm just letting them play. We're just letting them play. We're having fun, just really getting after it. It's been super cool to see them just comfortable being themselves, and I give that to our upperclassmen, getting them comfortable here in the dugout and getting after it.
And Coach, you have a lot of pitchers in that pen that you can choose from.
Yeah.
What goes into that decision making on who's starting and when you're pulling someone to come in relief?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of matchups. I mean, I think Marley's going to be great for us, and I just got to get her in a lot of situations so she can get comfortable with it. McKenna did a good job, you know, trying to get some off-speed rise ball mixed in her repertoire, and so that was fun today. The wind is not fun today for any rise ball pitcher for sure. But yeah, no, I think we've got a lot of good arms, but we got to get them a lot of situations so we know at the end of the season, sorry, dust storm. So we know at the end of the season, you know, what we got, and they're comfortable going out there.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
It.
Thank you. Bye.
They're 2-1 this year here in Clearwater, and a top 10 win yesterday over UCLA. Those 5 freshman starters that we talked about. And then Jason E. Beecham, the 2 home run game in that big win over UCLA last night.
I love what she said, too. Not just so much lean on them, but really let them play. Like, let them just do their thing.
Sophia Knight in the top of the order here for Tennessee. Pretty cool, too. Lonnie is so awesome as an ambassador of the game, as a grower and developer of the sport. Not just Florida State, but involved in a lot. They've been coming here every year.
Every year.
All 7 years of the Clearwater Invitational. Oh, nice snag by one of the freshmen, Heller. Wednesday evening at the Clearwater Marine Aquarium, we kicked off the 2026 Shriners Children's Clearwater Invitational with Women Elevating the Game, presented by Event Pipe, a night celebrating women who have pushed through barriers on and off the field. Sport being a conduit to do so much more, Event Pipe turned words into action, donating $10,000 to CFY Pinellas to fund scholarships and assist with youth sports travel fees, helping leave the community better than they found it. That was a great night. You were there, Smitty. Lonnie was there. A lot of other folks.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a really good event. A lot of great chemistry. A lot of good women sitting on the board. Sierra Romero, Amanda Scarborough, obviously Lonnie Cocha Alameda, who we should say as well was inducted into the 2025 Florida Sports Hall of Fame, as well as the NFC Hall of Fame back in 2023. But love always listening to her and hearing the insights.
And seeing her healthy. I mean, that's the biggest thing.
Oh, yeah.
Empowering, obviously, women and players, but now cancer survivors and everything that she battled through last year with breast cancer and is now in remission.
Still has some treatment going on until the summer, and then hopefully it's all clear from there moving forward.
Lost her hair last year, and the amount of support. And I still see coaches with that pink braid that's in the form of the breast cancer symbol.
Florida State's going to argue that she stepped into that, I think.
Well, and that it either, they're saying it hit her hands, it could have also hit her bat.
She's already been hit once by a pitch, and her foot's or toes over the line there.
Definitely gets her hands.
Yeah.
Yep. It's hard to see where the chalk exactly ends, but if it hits her when she's out of it, she's out.
Well, there's no replay too, so
And
this
there's
would
no
have to
replay
come
here.
from your, what he's going to do right now is ask his base umpires just to get another set of eyes of what they saw. I think the biggest thing is just that the line isn't clear. So you're not able to really tell, is she out or not?
Yeah.
Well, and as she does that, is the bat leaning into and over the plate, which also brings you back. It will stand. Hit batter and a one-out base runner. Third time Gabby is aboard today, and here's Elsa Morrison in the 3-hole. Down the line, and that'll drop in fair. That will drop in fair, and Leach was still standing on first base, and she's going to be thrown out at third. She did not get any kind of lead off of first. She was almost caught by Morrison from behind on the bases, and now thrown out.
Well, the wind brings this actually back in, and Haley Griggs, I don't know if she knew if it was foul or fair. Either that, she just had a hard time getting up because she lies here for a second. But yeah, you watch Gabby Leach going back to tag, but then it's her reacts right here. It took her a while to realize that it was a fair ball. Either way, you're running that full speed.
It's always a tough decision. Do you go back and tag on something like that, or do you go halfway, right? Because if it drops, you're going to more than likely score. If you go back and tag.
The rule of thumb is you tag on anything behind you. And I get it. If
That's
you
in
got
front of you.
speed,
Yeah.
that is a risk, but you could score. She could have scored.
Yes.
If she was,
Yes.
exactly.
Especially on a windy day when
Yes.
it's whipping around.
But you're right, Jess. The wind brought that back in. It looked like it was going to be foul, and
Yeah.
the wind has been whipping.
So here's Dodge with a runner on second. The 3-run home run in the first, grounded out in the third.
That's a big out, too. And I give it to Haley Griggs out in left field, the freshman, because it looked like she was confused. Took her a minute to get up, but she finished the play, ended up getting the lead runner.
Missed away.
Change up on the outer half. Tell the Florida State fans.
They wanted a strike.
They did. We're looking for it.
Ella Dodge got that front toe that she likes to open up, clear those hips. Michelle, you talked about this. Anything in her half, she just unleashes, and she's got those quick hands. A lot of times she has a hard time getting that pitch because of that front hip, so she'll open up that front toe. So much power and whip. A little unusual stance.
And these wind gusts that are hitting upwards of 20 miles an hour, certainly in her favor. Blowing out over the Eddie Seymour scoreboard.
You see that as a lefty right now? Give me something.
And sends it the opposite way. Griggs is there to make the catch. It remains 7-1, Lady Vols. Karen Weekly on the mic.
Well, Karen, we saw you start Sage Margetko, come in with Carlin Pickens. How do you decide kind of who's going to go first and who's going to come out of the bullpen?
Well, we knew we wanted to get Sage in the circle at some point in time today because, again, she's coming off an injury, and we're just kind of working her back up in terms of the volume. So, I talked to Carlin and said, hey, how do you feel about, relief versus start? Sage relieves, you come back. And she said, I'd rather not sit in the middle. So we sort of knew that Sage's innings would be limited today, and it made more sense to do them in the beginning.
And, Coach, we talk about your pitching staff a lot, but 41 runs here in Clearwater. Tell us a little bit about your offense.
Yeah, I think we've done a really good job, and we've gotten better as the weekend's gone along with situational hitting. And that's what we've been really focused on. I love the first inning, the slap single. We read where the hole is and a nice soft slap to get 2 runners on, and then the big blow. We're not really playing for the big blows. We're just playing to get our pitch to hit and hit it hard.
Thank you, Karen.
Thank you.
Yeah, a little short game to start out, and then Dodge with the 3-run homer in the first inning, and then they add on with a 4-run third inning. And the 7-1 lead that Carlin Pickens is back out there to protect. But a well-balanced attack. And here's Angeli Bueno. 8-9, and then the top for Florida State. They've had base runners each inning, a runner in scoring position each inning. Anna Hines scoring their lone run in the second.
It's interesting listening to the strategy from Karen Weekly of like how you decide. You knew that Carlin Pickens was going to be in this game. Does she start? Does she come out of the pen? Shows you a lot about her character as far as, hey, I don't need to start. I can come in where you need me.
Well, and a lot of times the velocity she has there at 67 miles an hour, drop ball in the lower half, it's probably going to blend a little bit better having the high velo after pitchers that are more mid-60s, low 60s. She's got that downward over-the-top rotation. That drop just explodes down into the ground. But that's a big part of pitching. It's different looks, different velocities. Who matches up well after starting?
Well, you're seeing those late swings, to your point, Smitty. Got the freshman here, Bella Ruggiero, down in the 9 spot, has not faced her in her career, but then coming off Margetko, late first swing. Late second swing. It's hard. When you're picking spin up with Margetko, she does a nice job of spinning the ball. Carlin Pickens, yes, spins, but oh my goodness, it's velo.
Yeah.
And as a freshman, you're not facing 70 in high school plus.
Looking for her 4th strikeout.
And to your point, Jess, when you look at the analytics, Margetko, her overall average velocity, really taking into account all pitches, is about 61.5 miles an hour. For Pickens, it's more like 69 miles an hour.
Well, we're getting a piece of a couple of those. Here's the 0-2. Not that one. Strikeout number 4 for Carlin Pickens. 2 down, back to the top of the order.
Again, going downstairs with that drop ball, that over-the-top rotation, and it just dives down to, it looks like it's going to be at your knees. And if you're at home, you're probably thinking, it's hitting the dirt. Why are you swinging at that?
Yep.
Because halfway there, it looks like it's at your knees.
Remember that whole segment on reaction time? Was it 0.37 seconds? Go ahead and put out a clock on 0.37 seconds and see what you can do in that time, let alone hit a pitch coming that fast.
It's about a blink, right? Ish.
Pretty much. Torres singled in the first, got hit by a pitch in the second that drove in a run with the bases loaded. And she was the last one to face starter Sage Margetko, so now after her the second time through for the Seminoles. Back to Pickens, scoops to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. 4 complete All Tennessee so far. Lot to cheer about for the Lady Vols thus far. The 7-1 lead. The highlight, Ella Dodge, a 3-run blast. Sage Margetko getting the start, and Carlin Pickens in there now. Seminoles 1 run scored. It was on a hit batter with the bases loaded. And so now they will fight here to try and deny Tennessee an opportunity to score twice to get into run rule territory. Emma Clark, 5, 6, and 7 coming up. Emma walked and scored in the 3rd. In that 4-run 3rd inning, when they sent 9 to the plate. Out in front against Gasco. Down Main Street, 1 and 2. Our top 10 showdown here. Tennessee trying to stay undefeated on the season, 9-0. Clark skies that one out to left, and on the run is Fry to make the catch. 2 down. Hey, what a big Monday doubleheader we've got for you. The only games in the ACC and the Big 12 Monday night. Syracuse Duke, Houston, Iowa State. Monday night on ESPN.
Gasco settling in a lot more of that off speed. You're starting to see it kind of float in there to these hitters. And even though she keeps it up in the zone, it's got so much spin. The hitter, you don't want to swing at it. It's like these fly balls right now. You just don't know where they're going to end up. And that last one went to Maddie Frey and left. He took a right turn on her. Still was able to catch it.
Off the end of the bat for Alana Leach.
Leach protecting on that 0-2. That looked like it was going to be well out of the zone.
Always a cool day when you pick up an RBI and it's your sister who scores. She drove in Gabby with a single in the 3rd.
Play with my sister a bunch. College, well, against each other, Oregon State and Stanford, and it was so much fun. There's nothing like it.
Trickler down to first, 2 out. And who had the winning record head-to-head?
Oh, heck yeah, come on, you know that.
I thought that you buried the lead. I thought that would be the lead.
Had the split jerseys, my whole family, I had a big Mexican family, so like 50 people showed up, half Stanford, half Oregon State, faces painted. Got to do it for 1 year.
Here's Taylor Holly with 2 outs. She's walked twice, scored once, stole a base.
jab coming right back to that corner. Missed on the first pitch. Comes right back to it to dial it in. Even the count to 1-1.
Two, 1. Two pitch with 2 down.
Good battle right now from Holly. Like Gaskell, that left on left, we're actually seeing it a little bit more effective because of that off speed. She'll come inside, but that's just like spinny little thing. I don't even know what to call it. It's like an off curve, funky. Left on left especially.
We're seeing a lot more pitchers start to do that. Work on off-speed versions of curveballs, rise balls. You heard Coach Alameda talk about that with Reed.
Spinny little funky thing is pretty descriptive, Jess.
Yeah.
I mean, you may be able to roll with that.
Spinny little funky thing. That's when you throw down a 2 from the catcher.
3-2 pitch and the loser and a 2-out base runner for Tennessee. So Maddie Rutan, let's revisit her slide into third base.
Oh,
ouch!
Man, look at her feet come right over the top of her head, face plant into the
That
dirt.
was a tough one.
Eating dirt.
Oh, and then between innings, go to work, sister, go to work.
I can't see anything. I've been there, girl. I've dove into second base and my cleats came all the way over the top of my head.
Oh, yeah, you did the full scorpion. Or that. Well, that, yeah.
That's the
Is that
Olympics.
the Greece? Is that the Greek catcher?
Yes.
Yes, being
Farnsworth. Yes.
kind of ground into
Well,
the ground.
that was a little different, but yes, some flexibility was used for that.
That was popped up. And that'll do it. That wasn't a face full of dirt. That was a face full of Aussie catcher as you scored a big run in the Olympics.
Greek catcher, Greek catcher.
Greek catcher.
So cool.
That was before Jordy Ball changed her name to her married name, Jordy Fromm.
That's right. What a
But
play.
that is cool. We'll talk more about them in that next game still to come. Nebraska and Texas Tech. This one is 7-1 Tennessee over Florida State to the bottom of the 5th. Seminoles got to get something going. Running out of at-bats. Beecham has struck out and walked today. And this is the All-American Showdown. Beecham against Pickens.
Power against power.
Ground ball. Hops right up into Dodge's glove. 2 down. How about this women's college basketball matchup for you? 3 Eastern over on ABC. It's number 4 Texas, Madison Booker, and number 22 Tennessee with Talasia Cooper. Big showdown for a couple teams still fighting to try and stay in the SEC race after South Carolina's big win last night at LSU. And the Vanderbilt Commodores having a monster season with Michaela Blakes. Terrific race down the stretch in SEC hoops. And here's Ashton Danley has struck out twice. Marjetko got her once, Pickens got her once.
Jetko actually got her at the drop. Pickens with the changeup.
And another one, good charge by Dodge. Gets there for another 1, 2, 3 inning. We're headed to the 6th. games, 41 runs, 6 home runs. The team batting .358.
Which is really amazing considering what they graduated out last year.
And transferred out.
Yeah.
Saying she was out of the box. Hit her again. Attempting the bunt.
Bellafaw is out.
Oh, looks like it actually hit the...
Hit her hand.
Her feet were still in the box.
Yeah.
Unless it hits her
Oh,
again
it
there.
might
it hit
hit
her
the
foot?
foot. Then was it fair or foul?
That's what they're going to talk
But
about.
it should be an automatic dead ball once that happens. So
Right, well,
Oh,
it
yeah,
hits the
shouldn't
bat
matter.
a second time. Oh, and it did not hit her foot. It looked like it could have.
yeah, she's still in the
Yeah,
box.
still in the batter's box there.
Yeah, it looks like that's a double hit. Should be a foul ball.
Unfortunately, no review, so unless they caught it with the naked eye. That's our cap cam. Whoa.
Close up.
Yeah, good call. That's it.
It's a great call.
That is a great
Yes.
job. Not using video review, being able to come together.
That's
The naked
Alex
eye.
Leap, Scott Mayer, Lyndon Baptiste. Terrific job, guys.
Yep. So it's down and then hits the bat.
While she's still in the box.
Yep.
It's still a strike. 0-1 to Bellafaw. It's 9 and then the top of the order.
Good job, too. Karen Weekly immediately came out, saw that. How you can overturn calls old school.
Infield pop, and there's Torres, 1 down. 3 runs in the first, 4 more in the third. They have 10 multi-run innings in their 4.5 games here in Clearwater. This is Sophia Knights back to the top, coming up for the 4th time today.
Well, and both coaches have really talked to Tennessee in between innings, and part of what they're really focusing on this year is dominating, not just winning, but going out and dominating. And Coach Weekly really wants this program to score in multiple innings. They've obviously done it in the first and the third, but I think the last couple innings they've had opportunities to score, have not.
Yeah, you got a team this close to a run rule. You want to put them to bed.
Well, and Karen Weekly, I mean, she was heated.
Yeah.
She was laying into her hitters.
Well, and if you go back and you look at those Oklahoma teams that won 4 consecutive national championships, they didn't just win.
Yeah.
They beat you. They literally just beat you in every aspect of the game. And so that's what Coach Weekly wants. She wants that domination.
2 down.
She wants her teams to take the extra 60 feet, take the extra runs, shorten games if possible, save those arms for the end of the season. And it's a mindset. It's not necessarily always like, trying to crush people or just, grind them in the ground or demoralize them. It's more of a mindset that we are not satisfied. We are going to win every single pitch.
Well, in every inning, too. I mean, that's the thing, is they did a great job the first 3 innings, and then it's been quiet. And you give some credit, too. Marley Gaskell coming in has definitely shut down these bats. Well, it couldn't happen with the starter, McKenna Reed. And it's definitely a lull, though, for this offense. And getting thrown out at third base on a double down the left field line, things like that, where it's like, no, like you got to be running. Like that is the game-winning run.
Yeah, because in a close game, a 1-0, a 0-0 game, that is the game.
Yep.
Trying to set the standard. Coaches trying to get that culture built in right from opening day. Just missed with the off-speed, 2-1.
And I love that, between innings, she took the entire team and lit into them. I mean, Karen Weekly is a very soft-spoken woman. Like, she's not someone that's going to get fired up, rah-rah, all the time. So when she does, in a 7-1 game, it's like, oh, okay, we're not done. Because it kind of feels like after the 3rd inning, maybe they were.
Yeah, you get comfortable, right? No getting comfortable.
To Gabby Leach. Been on base 3 times, has scored twice. Slaps that to Heller. Beat it out. 4 times on board for Gabby.
Have a day, too. I mean, this is utilizing the short game to the right side. A lot of times we talk about 5-6 hole. That's the easier way because it's a longer throw. But this is also, you deaden the ball, you get it down, and now it's a tough throw for Heller. You see how she had to run and throw off her front foot, which is a hard play for a second baseman. Super close down there at first base.
High fly ball back towards the track, and on the move is Fried to make the catch. Side retired to the bottom of the 6th. Carlin Pickens has retired 10 in a row, getting ready to go back to work. 5 of those have been strikeouts for the flamethrower.
Pickens has been picking apart the batters that are stepping in that box with that velocity, drop ball in the inner half. The energy that she throws with, the passion, just the ability to spread the strike zone. Mostly using that drop ball here today against Florida State. 1 walk given up, 4 strikeouts. Came in with the bases loaded, got out of the jam with the big strikeout. And there's the senior just firing on all cylinders.
3 straight ground outs. Quick work for her in the 5th. So here she goes at a wild pitch to Anna Hind. 5, 6, and 7 for the Seminoles, with 6 outs to work with.
Nice swing by the freshman.
Anna singled and scored their only run back in the 2nd. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd. That's the last base runner for Florida State. Pickens has been keeping the bats quiet.
Been using that drop ball a lot. Haven't really seen a lot of elevated pitches. There you go, there's a rise ball.
Well, how about 4 strikeouts, none on the rise?
Yeah.
I mean, that's impressive what she's been working on.
Her freshman year, she was a lot of down, down, down. Really started to develop the rise ball more her sophomore and junior year.
Has never once rested on her laurels. She was a prep All-American. She was the SEC Freshman of the Year. Then she was the SEC Pitcher of the Year. Then she was the SEC Pitcher of the Year again, and continues to work on her craft. And she loses Hind. She also has a sweet NIL deal with the Pro League.
Yeah, the first deal in AUSL history. It's going to be exciting, you guys. Carolina Blaze has the 1-1 overall pick.
Oh.
Is it going to be Carlin Pickens, Nigeri Kennedy, Jordy Fromm? A lot of options. Pretty awesome to see her get that NIL deal.
Season opens June 9th, right after the World Series. We've got about 40 games on the ESPN platforms, starting with the debut on June 10th
And
on
the first
ESPN2.
ever pro softball game that'll be on ABC.
Bravo.
That's awesome.
Bravo.
History.
So Women's College World Series, Little League World Series, AUSL, all on ABC.
Forget about it. How about Montana Fouts, Megan Faremo, Tiare Jennings, Odyssey Alexander? They're all expected to be
Aubrey Leach
in the league.
is in the dugout for Tennessee. Gabby and Alana's older sister, that's part of their development staff.
While they discuss Pickens trying to find the strike zone here in the bottom of the 6th. Got another good game going on. And let's see, Texas A&M and Northwestern. Wow. Wildcats, that would be huge for them. A 5-0 lead. Emma Blay in the 3rd is in the circle. Kennedy Powell at the plate. Texas A&M is 2-2 here, in danger of falling to 2-3 in Clearwater for a top 10 team.
I think a lot of teams are going to come out of here very calloused. That's a good word.
Nice word. Adding that one to the lexicon. That one's live on ESPN Plus. If you don't already have a few gadgets going, we'd highly recommend it. That's in for a strike to Maddie Fry. On the left side, our game, Tennessee and Florida State. And on the right side of your screen, Northwestern and A&M.
So remember A&M, the #1 ranked team, #1 seed last year.
Fry to second, they'll get the lead runner, and that's it. One down as Hind is erased. It's been what, 7 upsets here. Georgia 57 runs, a new tournament record. Megan Grant had at least 4 home runs. I'm not sure if she hit another one this morning. They had a big win. She did not, but nonetheless,
For
pretty
UCLA.
good. Yeah, for UCLA. Her 9 leads the country through the first couple of weeks.
She was on the women's basketball team this year for
Yes.
the first time.
And a very good women's basketball team.
Yep, rumor is she will be able to get back to the UCLA basketball team briefly during the NCAA tournament.
That is
that was
cool.
Very cool.
Two tournaments, 2 sports.
Something I don't think we've ever seen. Florida State, these batters now facing Carlin Pickens for the second time.
That is really whipping now. You can hear it picking up on our microphones too around the stadium. Hang on to that hat.
That's right.
Here's the 1-2 pitch.
Well, the way these fields are set up, especially this one, field 8, it's definitely blowing from left to right, which is also from west to east.
Coming in off the Gulf.
That's right.
Sturgis pops it up.
Careful.
Dodge calling for it. Whoa, and the runner was way off of first base, and it's a double play. Big mistake on the base paths here for Florida State.
Griggs not understanding the situation. Catch by Ella Dodge, then gets the secondary out for the double play.
Today's Impact Player is brought to you by Visit St. Pete Clearwater.
Well, he gets 7 runs, 8 hits. It's coming all sorts of ways. Little inside-out swings. Butt and Fa both doing their job. Elsa Morrison getting a hold of one, driving it out. But the big one, the big dot, Ella Dodge, sending the 3-run home run out back in the first. That's what got the whole scoring started. And it's been an offensive tournament. These Lady Vols, you look at the numbers, that's just today. 7 runs, 8 hits, 4 walks. Long ball from Ella Dodge, who's up right now.
I believe the tally now on the season is 74-4. They are outscoring opponents. They're 3 outs away from going 10-0 and picking up a 4th top 10 win. Michelle Smith.
I would like to state that their team ERA is a 0.25 coming into today's game.
I'd like to counter with 74 runs. And
Anything on the defense? I mean, let's get all 3 phases.
That's right. Well, they're doing it. Yeah. And they look like they're having fun, too. That's the other part.
Yeah.
And
Winning does that, doesn't it?
yeah, enjoying the journey.
I've been impressed with Elsa Morrison behind the plate. Their freshman catcher. Someone to kind of keep an eye on.
Catching
Tennessee.
Pickens.
Yeah.
And to your question, BMO, just 2 errors on the year, 1 here in
There
Clearwater.
you go.
There you go.
All 3 phases.
It's a great spot. Marley Gaskell, we talked about Ella Dodge. You got to be so careful how you throw her. And last pitch left on left. Starts at her front hip and then breaks over the plate.
Here's the 2-2 to Dodge.
Oh, watch the bat.
Bat sent flying into the Tennessee dugout.
And that's what changeups will do to you sometimes as well.
Everybody seems to be okay.
Where did it end up?
Changeup on the outer half. She's well out in front.
Wait, you rarely see that in softball.
No.
Well, you know, there is a drill where you're supposed to try to throw your hands up the middle and the bat goes to the middle of the field. This one, you can tell how early she is.
Let's see if Cap can hit. Did it
good
hit
it
the back
missed.
of the wall?
Missed players.
My goodness.
Yes.
There might be a hole in that wall, though. The dugout.
Remains 2-2. Oh, the other thing on the Florida State side, Lonnie is finding out a lot about Gaskell. You know, you're collecting information, even when you're looking at a loss. They still got 3 outs to work with, but you're finding out about your team early in the season. So often this tournament is a springboard towards the World Series at the end of the year. On average, this tournament sends 3 to 4 teams to the World Series. Which ones might they be this time?
She's got a lot of freshmen. You talk about 5 in the starting lineup, but freshmen in the circle right now. It's done a really good job to silence the bats since coming in. The last 3 innings.
There it is. Look at that. Last year was the outlier, as you
Yeah,
mentioned.
there's always an outlier. It's the 8 clap of UCLA. They found out some things about themselves. A little tougher competition this week. Some growth for the Bruins. Ended up earlier today with a nice win on the resume over LSU.
Yeah, came into the weekend, had played out.
Gaudy numbers.
Yeah, played out in home, and what was it, 23 home runs?
I think so, yeah. School record. Anything that's a school record at UCLA is a good
Impressive.
number. Dodge draws the walk.
She had to earn that.
Here to lead off the 7th.
We're bad in the dugout. It's a little bit of everything.
Oh, look who's coming.
The next batter's first baseman.
She's
Emma
got
Clark.
next. Nigeri Kennedy and Texas Tech taking on Nebraska. That'll be live on ESPN Plus at 3 Eastern, and it will re-air at 6 Eastern on ESPN due to a storm that is brewing out in the Gulf of Mexico that is headed this way, expected to hit around dinner time. So the night doubleheader has been moved to a day doubleheader.
I like the flexibility of the committee, ESPN events, the City of Clearwater, everybody to get together and make sure we get these games in.
A lot of work behind the scenes. Reaches for it, and it's foul. Two-one to Clark. Deep fly ball, and the outfielders will barely move. 2-run home run. Emma Clark makes it 9-1 Lady Vols.
2-run
Wow.
home run, Emma Clark.
Emma Clark, beautiful job. And look where this pitch is located. Coming in from the lefty, yes, up and in on the hands. And this is just, we talk about the posture, Ella Dodge, early with the home run. You see how she's upright. That's the only way that you're going to be able to stay on top of a pitch that's continuing to go up. And once you do, that's why hitters swing at rise balls, folks. You get on top of them, they send out of here pretty quick.
Yeah, and had herself in a good 2-1 count.
Second home run of the day for the Lady Vols. And it's the Ella and Emma combo. 3-run home run for Dodge, and now a 2-run blast for Clark.
12th and 13th home runs of the year for the team.
That's 2 games in a row for Emma going deep. Here's Alana Leach. That is now 43 runs in their 5 games here in Clearwater.
Man, that is impressive.
And we got a projectile that is blown onto the field out in center.
Good luck catching it.
Well, it appears to be an empty ice cream container, so at least somebody got some enjoyment out of that. Vanilla? Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Vanilla.
I like strawberry.
Of course
wow.
you do. See, look, that's why.
Your
That's,
hair color. Duh.
we're like a Neapolitan.
We are. Vanilla bean, I do say, is probably one of my favorites.
See, the pictures, Jessica, the pictures are all over the place. All over the place. Ground ball. Nice backhand at second to throw over to first in time for Heller.
Look how far she's going to go. She is way in the 3-4 hole, so she's got to go up the middle. And she just reaches at the right time. Really good job of making sure she has herself in a good posture to be able to make a strong throw. Really drives off of that right side, throwing side.
Nice stretch, too, by Bueno.
Standing play.
One of the few players that wears a baseball cap. She did that since she was 8 years old. Hated the visor. So her dad got her actually a Baltimore Orioles cap. And was like, I like this because it's orange. I can always find you on any field. And so she wore that all throughout. And so that's what she's comfortable with. You don't see that very often in softball.
And we have a pitching change. Ashton Danley will come on, which means we will also have a new right fielder. Ashton, a good two-way player, 14-2 last year with a 1.60 ERA. A couple seasons ago as a freshman, she led the team with 18 wins. And interestingly enough, out of Winchester, Tennessee, where in high school she was one of the Prep Tennessee Players of the Year. She's 0-1 here in 2 appearances with 2 innings of work.
Got a lot of experience, was used quite often last year. A lot of lefties on the staff for the Seminoles.
Yeah.
3rd consecutive.
Got a nice big Monday doubleheader coming your way on ESPN and the ESPN app. Cameron Boozer and Duke taking on Syracuse, and then a top 5 showdown, Houston and Iowa State. Hope they have as much fun as Texas Tech is having,
Right?
getting ready for their game.
Tori
coming up
Valdez
next.
leading a dance party over there. I'm telling you, that's the best way to warm up. That's how we do it in here in the booth.
Yes. That'll be on ESPN Plus at 3 Eastern, and then it will re-air at 6 Eastern.
This has been the game we've been talking about, well, pretty much since we got the schedule, but definitely all weekend long, leading up to Texas Tech versus Nebraska. A lot of stars. I mean, Texas Tech alone has an all-star team, and then Nebraska,
Yes.
very talented as well. Marjorie Kennedy. I got to figure out what she rocks out to. She's always got the headphones on pregame.
What's on a Kennedy playlist? That's, I need to find out. She needs to post that for us. Here's Holly. Fouls that one into the crowd. 2-run top of the 7th for Tennessee on the Emma Clark 2-run home run. Pitching change with 1 out to go to Ashton Danley. Shelby McKenzie is the new right fielder. And there's a high fly ball to Sturgis and center. 2 down.
Any fly ball that is caught right now, I am just like, kudos to the outfield. They look routine, but you know they are not. And you're super aware. I mean, you're out there throwing the grass up, just trying to get a good sense of where everything's going to be floating to. And it's changing, too.
Yeah, look at it swirling that tree. Upwards of 20 miles an hour, the wind this afternoon. Ground ball to short. And the Seminoles will have one more chance in the bottom of the inning.
It seems some big swings from the Lady Vols. Ella Dodge, beautiful job getting on top of Riseball back in the first. A little belly rub and dance moves as we're talking about it. How about Emma Clark? Here in the 7th, a 2-run blast, and she's got some moves of her own.
And inland a ways at the Eddie C. Moore Softball Complex. 9-1 Tennessee over Florida State. 3 outs away from getting to 10-0. Angeli Bueno, the opposite way, 1 down. 8-9-1, the last here to face Pickens.
A lot of contact made against Pickens. This one, Alana Leach actually runs in on, thinks it's soft contact, recovers well, goes back. The win here, a good grab by the left fielder, Carlin Pickens, respecting the outs that are being made here in the 7th.
Bella Ruggiero. In for a strike, 1-2.
There's that rise ball, but hammer in the lower zone.
Pickens came on in the 2nd inning, has been hammering away since.
He's not giving up a hit.
2 down. Yeah, just a base runner here and there on a free pass or a fielder's choice. And now 1 out away from locking this down.
The next batter, shortstop, Isa Torres.
Here's Isa Torres. Base hit.
Pretty swing.
Hey, you get it hit off Carlin Pickens. We talked about the dance moves of Tennessee. Watch Isa Torres a couple feet out. Oh yeah, just a couple little moves as she gets down the first baseline. That's a reason for celebration. All smiles. Oh, I love it. Isa Torres, such a huge leader on this team. So much joy.
It's fun to watch defensively and offensively.
Here's Heller.
That's just tough. 58 miles an hour after seeing heat in the high 60s, low 70s.
She'll wait and let the breeze blow by. Skies that. Fighting that wind, and the catch is made by Leach. And it's a win for the Tennessee Lady Vols. 9-1 the final. They hit a couple of home runs. Ella Dodge and Emma Clark. And Carlin Pickens secures the victory. Still to come, Texas Tech and Nebraska, airing at 3 Eastern on E+. And at 6 o'clock, it will re-air on ESPN.